Hi guys, and welcome to our channel. My name is Deborah.
My name is Obi.
And for today's video, we're talking about
our top 10 tips for a long distance relationship.
The reason we're deciding to do this video now is because we just got out of doing long distance for the past 4 years. So we're finally in the same city together. So we're just trying to do this video now since, we've closed that chapter of our lives. So we just want to give things we've learned along the way that helped us survive. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and give you the tips that we have for you.
So I think the most important thing here is trust. Because if you're in a long distance relationship, there might be fears of your partner cheating on you or that kind of thing. So I think you need to be able to trust that person and let go a bit, because you don't want to come off, like you're clingy or that kind of thing. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think if you're like in the situation where you don't trust the person or you don't feel comfortable, you have to ask yourself, like, there are two reasons. Either one is just your insecurities, or two, your partner is doing something that doesn't make you able to trust them. So you have to assess that. And if it's your insecurity, you have to work on that. If it's your partner, you have to speak with them. And if it still continues, then you shouldn't even be in that relationship in the first place, right?
Right, yeah.
And then the second one that's also pretty important, in fact, that's literally almost the only thing you have in a long distance relationship, and that's communication.
For communication, there's basically nothing else for you to hold on to. You can't see them, you don't smell them, like 5 senses.
Yeah, you can't touch them or anything. So
Smell
you have
them.
to you have to make sure that you guys are talking to each other, because if you take that away from a long distance relationship, how are you even in a relationship? So talking doesn't just mean like talking to each other, but you also have to communicate like your worries, your fears, like bring them along with you, and you have to do a really good job at bringing them along with you with communication, because they're not there with you physically. And if you don't do this well, you guys can kind of grow apart.
Yeah.
Because they're not able to keep up with what's going on with you or each other.
Yeah, it's more than just, talking on the phone. It's really like there are times where your fears come out, where maybe you might be jealous or you don't like how they talk to you. You need to learn how to voice those things. It's very important.
And I think I struggle with that at the beginning of our relationship, but I like to think I'm better at it now.
The next one is have an end goal. So what really helped us through our relationship was that we always had an idea, even though we never set out a thorough plan. We always had an idea of when it will finally end, when we'll get together, when we'll finally see each other. And for us, it was when I was done school. But then I actually ended up coming here sooner because of when COVID hit. I hadn't seen her in 6 months. So we usually used to see about 3 months apart, give or take.
Fuck, you brought flowers. I wanted to bring flowers.
And this time COVID hit and I hadn't seen her in 6 months. Since all my classes were online and I'll be graduating in August, I was able to move here sooner. So there's also that want to move.
Yeah, because if you don't have something to look forward to, or if you don't have an idea of how you guys will finally be together, you just be feeling like, what's this? It will feel endless, and you'll be like, why am I even dealing with this when there's no hope? You'll feel hopeless. So having that helps you have something to look forward to.
And you always have to feel like your partner wants to come, or you guys want to reach each other. I think that's very important. That was never even a worry that we wanted to be with each other.
Yeah, that's right. The next important thing is to try to keep in touch with each other throughout the day. Doesn't mean that you have to be texting each other throughout or anything like that, but just checking on each other, just so it's kind of like you're going along the day with each other, and you're not just going a long period of time without talking. I mean, it depends on your relationship too. Maybe some people like to have more space.
Yeah.
But for us, we we like to call in.
We talked every single day.
Every single day, yeah. For at least 3
years.
years.
And if we went a whole day, it was hell broke loose. Okay, now we need to spend quality time together. Everybody is different, and it wasn't like that for me at the beginning. At the beginning, you wanted to hang out a lot more than I wanted to hang out. I'm an only child, so I'm used to being alone. But eventually, I was always coming around, and so it grew on me. But everyone is different. It might not grow on you. So it's just a matter of molding the relationship for yourself.
Yeah, but I think even if you don't do it too frequently, once in a while, just sending a random text, hey, what are you up to, or something, that really helps to feel if not, I feel like you wouldn't really get that feeling of being in a relationship. It's kind of like you're alone.
Yeah.
So you should try to do that.
Emotionally to keep in touch.
Yeah.
So the next thing on our list is doing things together. While we're together, we found spending one time a week, quality time. We called it a date, and it was just me and her on Skype, and we're just, if you're eating McDonald's and take out whatever it is, and then sit down together and eat it.
Yeah.
Just have a chat, put down the phones, put things away, an hour or 2 hours. Yeah. And you really come out feeling good, feeling
connected.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really have, we used to do movie dates, would sometimes order food at the same time and eat together. I'm folding my laundry and you're doing just random things like that. We just like to hang out. Like if I'm just folding my laundry and say you're just cleaning your house, then we stay on the call and just do it together. And sometimes we don't even have to talk, but it's just nice to be able to look up and see somebody there. I mean, there's even been times when we sleep on the call together.
Which brings us to having something personal within your relationship. So for us, you don't get the chance to, hold someone's hands, look into their eyes and feel physical touch, all that thing. So we found other ways to always feel connected, and that was through quality time. And the one weird thing that we used to do was we would go to bed and we would just leave the call. We would just stay on Skype and just go to bed, sleep, and in the middle of the night I'll hear her turning over, I could hear her cough and all these kinds of things. It's so trivial, but then it really end up meaning something to us. Like we're holding hands.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're not alone at that time. And then the best thing is like when I wake, because you usually wake up before me and then you don't end the call, and then I wake up and I just see you there.
Yeah, like, it's weird, and it's like it's very nice.
Yeah, so that's another thing. But I mean, I'm sure this is, like I said, it's not something everybody might want to do, but find something that you both would like to do together.
If you live with your parents, keep this away from them. Keep it, because they would think it's weird. I mean, I don't know what your parents are like, but my parents, they thought it was weird.
And then another thing that's really important is you need to have something going on for yourself. If you're in a long distance relationship and your partner, or even if both of you have nothing to do, it's just weird. Like, what are you guys doing? But you need to both have something to do, because if just one person is busy and the other person doesn't really have much going on for them, you start to feel left out. Like it happened to me during like the first year of our, because we'll give you another story of how our relationship has transformed. But during the first year of our first relationship together, yeah, I hadn't come to Canada yet. I hadn't gotten into university, so I was literally just at home waiting to get into school, and he was already in school, and it was torturous because I didn't have anything going on and he was very busy. It was his first year, and you just kind of now starts to feel like you're being clingy or something, because you're always like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, this, that. But if you're both busy, you don't really feel that distance. And another good thing is if you're both busy, you can then come together and you have stuff to talk about.
For me, that was on the other end of it. When we talk, it's fun. And so when you have all that time to spend alone, you want something fun to do. You want to like talk to your best friend. You want to chill, right? But then when I came back, I've just been through school. I've been through gym. I've been through I've been through my day. So it was like we're just in different headspaces.
Yeah.
But then when she finally had things going on, work, it comes with its own difficulties, but then you can be rest assured that you're in the same headspace.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, the next one is keep things spicy. And so what that means is it's left for your interpretation.
Yeah. We're not going too much into that, but whatever that means to you. Another point is to have your own friends outside of your partner. Like for us, we're kind of like best friends, but it was also important for us to have our own friends outside of each other, because especially in a long distance, I mean, this is true for any kind of relationship, but even more so in a long distance relationship, because if you spend all your time with your partner and you don't spend any time with anybody else, two things will happen. One, you'll be in your house all day because you're just on the phone. Secondly, you might actually start to feel like you're missing out on something, because if your partner is not in the same city as you, it means you don't have your partner to go grocery shopping together, go to the mall together, go to parties together. Then you now start to feel like something is missing. And then you now think that that thing that is missing is supposed to be coming from your partner, but your partner cannot give you everything. You need your own friend. That way it kind of subsidizes the whole thing for you, where you have people you can see and hang out with and have fun with, and you also have your own partner.
Because you're in a long distance relationship, it should be easier for you to hang out with your friends, but it's actually very important, like make it mandatory to hang out with your friend. It's good for your relationship, it's good for yourself too. For me, I don't have a lot of friends. It sounds sad, but like I said, I'm an only child, and I'm very good hanging with myself. But then what I do is I go play basketball, I see people. It's like just to have other people around and just interact with other people, and it reminds you why you liked your partner, because you will find people that
trash.
Yeah. And for the last one is try to see each other. Try to make plans to be with each other and see each other. It's very important. It's something to look forward to. What do you think?
yeah, it's a way for you to know who you're actually dealing with, because the whole communication you have is over the phone. Like,
Yeah,
you might
I mean,
finally
yeah.
get to the end and you're like, oh my god, what is this? Because you need to know how you guys are in person and how you relate with each other and all of that.
And it's very nerve-wracking. It's a whole experience
Yeah.
on its own, just like meeting the person you've just been seeing on the computer the whole time.
I'm so pissed though, because I wanted to bring flowers and all the stores there, they're closed.
Oh, you should remove your mask.
Yeah, I think we'll do a story time about the first time we met each other.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so it's very important to do that just so you can know what you're working with, instead of investing all these years into this relationship. Then when you now finally get to the end and meet the person, then there's no connection physically.
It's good, and like a lot of people say, like when you move in with your partner, it's a way for you to accelerate the relationship and to learn that person's quirks. I mean, it should be obvious why you would want to see your partner and like make
Yes.
plans.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this.
However frequently you can, like, I mean, I know for some people they're not able to afford or find time to meet each other frequently. Like for us, it was every 3 months, which was long.
It feels long.
Yeah, but you know, whatever you can do, just at least let there be a plan, even if you're putting aside money to see, even if it's once a year, just to like kind of keep in touch with each other. But I think that's all the points we have for now. You should let us know if you have any requests about what you want to see about the both of us and our relationship so far.
And Deborah has a video on a story time about how she met some other guy, and we can do a reaction on how I feel about it and like what went on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want. First of all, watch that video if you haven't, and then let us know if you want to see like kind of his reaction to that story.
Yeah. I mean, I edited the video, but then you can imagine it's weird. And there's more to the story because of, you know, she's cutting some things out of the story, so it's like not too sensational or whatever. And where the guy, he's making advances that he really should not be making, you know what I mean? And if you want to know how I would feel about that.
Yes, but that's all for today's video, guys. Please don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video, and you should consider subscribing to our channel, because we'll be doing more relationship kind things, but we're also going to be doing others kind of stuff too. Let us know if you have any sort of requests, and please, if you don't mind sharing our video, we really appreciate it, because that way more people can see our stuff.
Yes.
But that's all for today, guys. Bye.
Bye.